Welcome to the DefCam. Why is the Pakistan Air Force chief visiting Ankara at such a critical moment? Why are Turkish and Pakistani defense ties once again becoming the center of regional military discussion? And could this visit finally lead to one of the biggest strategic commitments between the two countries in modern defense history? These questions are becoming increasingly important because the relationship between Pakistan and Turkey is no longer limited to diplomatic statements or ceremonial military exchanges. Both countries are now moving toward a level of cooperation where technology transfer, joint production, operational integration, and future battlefield planning are becoming part of a long-term strategy. The recent visit of Pakistan Air Force Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmed Babar Sidhu to Ankara has once again highlighted how serious this partnership has become. The visit took place on an official invitation from Turkey during May and included meetings with the Turkish Defense Minister and the commander of the Turkish Air Force in Ankara. According to reports coming from Pakistani media, one of the key subjects discussed during these meetings was the future timeline related to the Khan fifth-generation fighter aircraft program. This immediately attracted attention because the Pakistan Air Force has openly stated in recent years that it intends to move toward a next-generation air combat structure that combines stealth aircraft, unmanned systems, advanced networking, and long-range precision strike capability. What makes this visit more important is the timing. The meetings coincided with a multinational joint live-fire exercise in which Pakistan was participating alongside other partner countries. This was not simply a diplomatic tour. It was a military-level engagement taking place in an operational environment where real coordination between air forces could be observed. Such exercises allow participating countries to study tactics, communication systems, electronic warfare coordination, and integrated strike doctrines under realistic combat conditions. The Pakistan Air Force delegation also visited the Turkish Air Force headquarters during the trip. This matters because Air Force headquarters-level discussions usually involve operational planning, future procurement thinking, and long-term force modernization goals. These are not casual meetings. They are normally conducted when both sides are evaluating deeper strategic alignment. To understand the importance of this relationship, one has to go back nearly a decade. Turkey has consistently shown interest in expanding defense industrial cooperation with Pakistan, often with remarkable openness. In many cases, Ankara appeared more eager to deepen the partnership than Islamabad itself. The turning point came in 2018 when two major defense agreements were signed almost back-to-back. The first was the agreement for 4 Milgem-class corvettes valued at around $1.5 billion. This was not merely a purchase of warships. The deal included technology transfer and co-production at Karachi shipyard. For Pakistan, this was extremely important because it allowed local engineers and shipbuilding facilities to gain experience in constructing modern naval combat platforms. It also strengthened Pakistan's long-term goal of developing indigenous industrial capability instead of remaining permanently dependent on foreign suppliers. The second deal involved 30 T-129 attack helicopters. Turkey itself described this agreement as the largest single defense export in its history at the time. The helicopter program demonstrated that Ankara was fully prepared to trust Pakistan with one of its most advanced defense products. Although engine export restrictions later complicated the project, the agreement still represented a major strategic signal between both countries. Today, the focus is shifting toward the air domain. Pakistan is currently modernizing its air force structure at multiple levels simultaneously. The Pakistan Air Force is already operating advanced JF-17 Block 3 fighter aircraft equipped with modern radar systems, electronic warfare capability, and long-range air-to-air missiles. The induction of Chinese J-10C fighter aircraft has further improved beyond visual range combat capability and network-centric warfare potential. However, military planners in Islamabad understand that the future battlefield will demand far more than fourth-generation aircraft. Stealth technology, sensor fusion, unmanned combat support, artificial intelligence-assisted targeting, and integrated battlefield networking are becoming essential for survival in heavily contested airspace. This is where the Turkish Khan project becomes strategically interesting for Pakistan. The Khan fighter aircraft is designed as a fifth-generation stealth platform with internal weapon bays, reduced radar signature, advanced sensors, and high data processing capability. Turkey aims to create an independent combat aircraft ecosystem capable of reducing reliance on foreign suppliers. For Pakistan, participation in such a project could provide not only access to future combat technology, but also opportunities for industrial cooperation, software integration, and joint production involvement. There is another important factor often overlooked in public discussions. Turkey and Pakistan share a similar strategic challenge. Both countries face pressure in obtaining advanced military systems from Western suppliers due to political conditions and export restrictions. As a result, both states increasingly see defense collaboration not only as a military partnership, but also as a strategic necessity for technological independence. The relationship is also expanding beyond hardware purchases. In recent years, Turkish and Pakistani defense companies have explored cooperation in drone systems, electronic warfare, naval modernization, and aerospace development. Pakistan's growing interest in unmanned systems and manned-unmanned teaming concepts could align closely with Turkey's extensive experience in combat drones developed through years of operational use. Turkey has already demonstrated the battlefield effectiveness of systems such as Bayraktar and Akinci drones in multiple conflict zones. Pakistan, meanwhile, has experience integrating air power into complex operational environments with strong emphasis on pilot training and networked warfare. A combination of Turkish drone innovation and Pakistani air combat doctrine could create a very capable operational partnership in the future. The regional implications are equally important. India is aggressively modernizing its military forces through Rafale fighter induction, domestic aircraft programs, missile expansion, and integrated air defense systems. China is also reshaping the Asian military balance through rapid technological development. In this environment, Pakistan cannot afford strategic stagnation. Every major air force today is planning for sixth-generation warfare concepts, even while fifth-generation systems are still being inducted. That is why this Ankara visit is attracting attention far beyond diplomatic circles. Observers are now asking whether Pakistan could become one of the first international partners in the Turkish Khan ecosystem. Even limited participation would represent a major shift in regional defense cooperation. At the same time, many challenges still remain. Advanced fighter programs require massive financial investment, industrial capacity, engine development, software security, and long-term political stability between partner countries. Defense cooperation at this level is not built overnight. It requires trust, strategic patience, and consistent policy alignment. Still, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The Turkey-Pakistan defense relationship is no longer symbolic. It is evolving into a structured strategic partnership that could influence the future balance of air power in the region for decades to come. Now the biggest question is this. Should Pakistan move aggressively toward deeper participation in Turkey's Khan fighter program, or should it continue relying mainly on Chinese defense technology for future air power modernization? Share your thoughts in the comments and tell us what you think about the future of Turkey and Pakistan defense cooperation. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for upcoming videos.